This is 3.6, converting measures. So we have a couple different ways that we can measure things. One of them is with the U.S. customary system, and that is a system of measurement that contains units for length, capacity, and weight. And we have the metric system, which is a decimal-based system of measurement based on powers of 10 that contain units for length, capacity, and mass. Mass is different than weight, but we have a conversion for those. So we can use unit rates and ratio tables to convert measures within the same system and between systems. So converting within the same system, if we convert 32 quarts to gallons, 1 gallon is 4 quarts. That means I have 4 quarts per gallon. So that is 1/4 gallon per quart. If I add all 4 of those together, I get 1 gallon. So, method 1, quarts per gallon. I have quarts on top, gallons on bottom, and I would count to get 4 quarts in 1 gallon. If I want 32 quarts to go from 4 to 32, I would multiply by 8. So I'd multiply the bottom by 8. So 32 quarts is 8 gallons. Method 2 is using 1/4 gallon per quart. So that is gallons per quart. Quarter, and if I have 32 quarts at the end, I would multiply 1 by 32, multiply the top by 32. So you just say, how can I get from one to the next? And then you do the same on bottom and top. And a third option, which only works if you are extremely accurate, is you can make a graph. I do not recommend this option because it is hard to make a graph that is that accurate that you can see what they are. So when we are converting between systems, so between metric and U.S. customary, we're going to convert 10 meters to 10 feet. So I need to see 1 meter is about 3.28 feet. So that is 3.28 feet per meter. 1 foot is about 1/3 of a meter, so that's 0.3 meters per feet. When you see the little squiggly equals, that means about. So, method 1, feet per meter. If I have how many feet in 1 meter, and I want to get 10 meters, then I need to say, how can I get from 1 to 10? That's multiplying by 10. So take the other number and multiply by 10 to get 32.8 feet in 10 meters. Second option is meters per feet. So this is 0.3 meters in 1 foot, and I need to get 10 meters. So let's go from 0.3 to 1. We're going to divide by 0.3. Any number divided by itself makes 1. Then to go from 1 to 10, you multiply by 10. So first divide by 0.3, and then multiply by 10. That is 10 over 0.3, which if we calculate that out, that's about 33 1/3 feet. Some ways will be a little bit easier to convert between, and some ways you'll have an extra step. So, a conversion factor is a rate in which two quantities are equal. We're going to write the rates as a fraction. So, 0.3 meters for 1 foot, or 3.28 feet in 1 meter. These are conversion factors. A unit analysis is where we decide which conversion factor will produce the appropriate units. Do we want meters per feet or feet per meters? We can cross out a unit that appears in both the numerator and denominator of a product. So if I have meters over meters, cross them out. If I have feet over feet, cross them out. This is cross-canceling.